everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Madison. I am a second year, second grade teacher. Thanks so much for being here. So in today's video, I thought I would just start off another week in my life. I know you guys really enjoy these, and I love taking you guys along with me through a school week and just talking to you guys as the week goes on and how it's going. So we are currently in our 4th week of school. I think it's now been a month because our first day of school was on August 18th, I think. Oh, sorry. Our first day was on the 24th. So this is our 4th week of school starting now. And so yeah, we're already a month into school, which is so crazy. It feels like yesterday was our first day, but we are really progressing over here. You guys know how Mondays are though. It's been a struggle. We are a very chatty class in here. So just trying to like get it together just to focus on the next task has been really hard. And I talked about it in my last video, but realizing just like the gap that these students had and not only learning but just school experience over the last couple of years because of COVID is huge. They are just not used to being in school. They haven't learned or retained many skills of how to be in school, just the normal skills that you learn in kindergarten and first grade. My second graders are still learning since they were online all last year. So yeah, but things are going really well today. I wanted to talk about something really fun that we did in math this morning. First, I wanted to start off by saying that this video is sponsored by Happy Numbers, and I am so excited to work with such an amazing brand on this video and some future videos. So today in math, you guys know my kids are very behind when it comes to math. So I wanted to do something that would really help supplement their math work that they do in the classroom on their own at their own tables and back here during small group. And so I have got them started on something called Happy Numbers. HappyNumbers.com is an online math curriculum supplement for pre-K through 5th grade. So what's really great about it is that it is created to be used during your small group instruction time to help you differentiate instruction with different students. So I'll put in some clips of how we started off using Happy Numbers today. This was my first time introducing it to the classroom. I am so excited to use this throughout the year and just see my kids really grow and progress in their math skills. The first thing that we did was we started off by taking a little test. So it's just a short assessment. It's only 20 questions that your students take, and it's directed to an individual learning pathway depending on their skill level, and they will progress throughout the curriculum based on how or what skill level they start at, which I think is so great because it differentiates to the student. So instead of just having all of them start on a second grade math level, maybe some of them really need to start off with the basics in first grade. And so depending on how they do on that first assessment, it will start them off in a completely different route than the student next to them. That is exactly what my students need. They loved it. The thing about Happy Numbers is it is so kid friendly. There are a lot of different like game style questions. There's really fun graphics, and they can click on the microphone to have it speak to them. Super kid friendly, very easy to use. I found that it was very easy to use as a teacher. Sometimes to get your kids started on can like take an entire day, but this one was quick. It was easy. My kids got started on it within the first 15 minutes of class. It wasn't a hassle, and yeah, my kids just absolutely loved it. They were obsessed with it, and I ended up letting them play on it for like the first half hour because they just didn't want to stop. They thought it was so much fun. So I will keep you guys updated on how my students use this throughout the year. Today we just started them on it, so I got them logged on. They create a username and they find their name every day when they log on, happynumbers.com. We have a little class, so it shows all the kids in my class. They find their name. I just made their passwords their line numbers, so they know their passwords. It's so simple to get on since I can create their passwords. It doesn't have to be anything long that they forget. And once they log on, it takes them directly to whatever pathway they are starting on based on how they did on the assessment. And it's super easy for them to do alone at their table or back here at a table with me where I can help guide them or differentiate the instruction. So that's what I love about it, is that it helps them kind of learn that independence. They can do the work on their own, and there is a lot of help and scaffolding on the website. So if they have a question, often it will give them some hints on what to do next. And I noticed that a lot of them were kind of progressing through it without raising their hand and asking me, which is something I always look for. And so yeah, they just absolutely loved it. So I plan to use this every single week during my math instruction, whether my kids get done early and they are going to go off on their own on their iPads and work on their happy numbers, kind of like the pathway that they're on, and it gives them different type of math games and different questions and problems to work on their own, or I can have them bring their iPads to the back table and we can work on it together in a small group. So yeah, very exciting. I love it so far, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. So if you are interested, it's just happynumbers.com. You can sign up as a teacher, or maybe if you are teaching at home, whether you're a virtual teacher or if you are a parent looking for some type of supplemental math curriculum to give to your students. Like I said, it's from pre-K all the way up to 5th grade. So there is a big variety to choose from, no matter what age your child is. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated on all things happy numbers, how we like it, how my kids like it, and what all they learn and how they progress throughout the year. So thank you again to Happy Numbers for sponsoring this video, and let's go ahead and get on with the rest of the video. By the way, I'm wearing this super cute dress. It's just like this little, it almost looks like it's 2 pieces, but it's just 1 piece, short sleeved, but I love throwing a little jean jacket over it. It is from Lulu's. I love Lulu's. It's one of my favorite places to shop online. And then I'm wearing my cute little high top Converse, if you can see it. And yeah, that's the fit today. Happy Tuesday. It's the next day, obviously. So yesterday after school was like super crazy. I didn't vlog anything because our school is super short bus drivers right now. So we had 2 buses that weren't running, meaning 2 buses full of kids that they usually take home that they could not get home. So we had to send all of those kids to the gym where parent pickup usually is, and try to contact like all their parents to be like, hey, like come pick up your kid, because they don't have a bus to take them home, which obviously is not good and upsets a lot of parents. And so I ended up having to stay after school for like an hour, just like having to help maintain all the kids in the gym, and we like all just stayed after just to help get them all home safely and all that. And we don't know when those buses are going to be running. Like, I don't know if they're going to be running again today or if this is going to be like a daily thing from here on out. So yeah, that's kind of stressful, but I feel like this is really common. A lot of schools are having bus shortages or bus driver shortages, which really sucks because we need buses to transport these kids to school. And whenever you live in like a Title I area like me, these students, their parents a lot of them don't have cars or just don't have a way of transportation to get their kids to school. So then you just have a lot of kids not showing up to school, which is not good. So anyway, happy Tuesday. I went to Starbucks this morning because I was just feeling it. I was like, you know what, I need a little pick-me-up. I almost said midweek pick-me-up, but it's literally Tuesday. It's still the beginning of the week, so that's okay. I just needed it. I got a venti iced pumpkin spice latte, half calf, and I added pumpkin cream cold foam on top because I love pumpkin flavoring. And I mean, if you love pumpkin, definitely get that because it's so good. But the kids are going to be here in like 5 minutes, so I need to start like setting out papers. I went ahead and got my like board, my screen all ready for them. So basically I just have my 10 drawer cart back here, so I have all my plans in here. I always plan a whole week ahead, so like last Thursday and Friday I was planning for this week, so I made all my copies, and now like I already have Monday and Tuesday done, but I have all of the rest of the week. Oh, sorry, there you can see it. All the rest of the week ready to go in there. So all I have to do when I come in is pretty much just come in, grab my copies for the day, and then we're ready to go. So let's see what we're doing today. Today in math, we are doing comparing numbers. So we're gonna do some task cards. And by comparing, I just mean like greater than or less than. And so they're going to be learning the greater than, less than, equal to sign. And then I have some task cards printed out, so I'm just going to tape these around the room. You guys know the deal. I love task cards, and I do them like once a week, if not like every other week. And so we're gonna do that. And then I always have some like early finisher work, because some teams, I always put them in teams, finish like really early on the task cards, and I don't have a lot. I only have like 10 cards for today. Sometimes I have like up to like 24 cards. But today it should go pretty quick. So then I'm gonna have them do some like greater than, less than mental math on this sheet. In reading today, we are going to be reading the Rainbow Fish story, and we've been talking a lot about story elements, so main character setting, problem and solution. And we did a really fun activity last week where I made an anchor chart, and I can show you guys, it's just over there, where I found this on TPT. I don't know who made it or even how I stumbled upon it, but basically it comes with all these cards that you can print out, and I had them printed out in color on cardstock. And then you have like a column for characters, a column for problems, a column for setting, and then solution to the problem. And basically you have all these cards of like really common fairy tales that the kids would know. So it'd be like Cinderella, the castle, or I think Cinderella, and then it was like the ball that she went to. The problem was that she left her shoe there, she had to be home by midnight, and the solution was the prince found her and like the shoe fit. And so basically like you'd pull a card and be like, okay, is this the character, setting, problem, or solution? And it would just say like Cinderella, and then my kids would say that's the character, and then we like put it, and eventually you'd fill up all the columns. And there was a bunch of different fairy tales, like Little Mermaid, Snow White, stuff like that, and they loved it because they were all familiar with them, and it just made it really fun. So doing a lot of work with story elements right now. So we're gonna read Rainbow Fish today, which is such a good book. If you have not read it, I mean, it's like an OG book. I read it when I was in elementary school. And so we're just gonna be talking about that. And then for some of my more advanced kiddos, I'm going to have them write like what happened during the story, beginning, middle, and end. And some of my kiddos that aren't into writing right now, I'm gonna have them just draw pictures of what happened, just really trying to differentiate. Thank you so much for those of you who left such sweet comments on my last video with me talking all about how I've been a little overwhelmed with my classroom this year, and how far behind some students are. I was overwhelmed with how many comments I got on that video. I did not expect such a strong response to it, but thank you so much. If you did comment on that video, I saw every single comment, and I tried to heart every single one. Again, I couldn't reply to every single one, but I saw your comment, and I appreciated all the love and advice. And a lot of you guys gave me a lot of really good advice on what to do as far as differentiating lesson plans. The kids are about to be here, but as far as differentiating lesson plans and stuff like that. And so I am trying to work to just meet the needs of each and every student, even though that can be a lot of extra work, but it's worth it. So that's what we're doing for reading. And then I found these really cute books. It's by the Speechstress on TPT, and she has all these digraph booklets. So like pH. So basically it has like all of the different ways that you can use the digraph, and they just trace it, they can color it, and then you fold it into a little book, and the book turns out like this, and then it just has all the little pages to it, and they can just like color it in themselves. So we're gonna work on some of those today as well. And then early finisher work, I have some of these little unscramble words, so they have to cut out all the letters, and they have pictures too, and then they have to scramble them to make a word, like jam, ham, dam, ram, stuff like that. And so yeah, they love stuff where they have to like cut and glue. I feel like most kids do, so I like to give them that as an option as well. Okay, I need to go open the door. I need to turn my music on and get ready for the kiddos to come in. All right guys, it is the end of the day. I'm in my car, I'm about to go home. Sorry I haven't been coming on here to talk too much during the day, but honestly I only have one break during the day and I just try to get as much stuff done as I can during that break. And I'm always really busy working on school stuff and my other work stuff that I don't have a lot of time to come on and chat. So I'm about to head home and I do have an Orange Theory class tonight. So I am going to go to that, and then I think Kathy and her husband Brandon are going to come over just for a little like dinner and game night, something fun to do at midweek. Don't forget to have fun during the week too and not just on the weekends. And yeah, I will just talk to you guys tomorrow when I'm back at school. Hello everybody and happy Wednesday. We made it halfway through the week. I'm gonna talk to you while I put cream cheese on my bagel because ain't nobody got time for that. It is another super busy day. As you guys know, I have a really long break, but today's break is going to be cut in half because we have PLCs, which are our learning committees where we get with the principal and we get together as a grade level. And basically we talk about how our kids are doing in reading and writing, and we go over all the testing that we've been doing. I mentioned that a little bit in the last vlog, but we have to do a lot of testing at the beginning of the year, especially just to kind of figure out where our kids are at, you know, in reference to where they should be and all that. And so it's really fun. We get together, we just talk all about that, we go over data, and then we make a plan for the kiddos. So we have intervention groups at the end of every day that we're going to be starting, and in those groups obviously some kiddos will need to be seen more than others, and so we put our kids into groups based on their reading levels and how they scored on the exams and all that fun stuff. So that's another part of teaching I never heard much about. I remember whenever I got my first job straight out of college and I was teaching and they were like, okay, we have to meet for PLCs now, and I was like, what? Like, I don't know what that is. And I just learned as I went. So if you're a first year teacher or going into your first year teaching, there will be a lot of things thrown at you that you pretty much just have to like fake it till you make it. You just kind of follow along, nod and smile and act like you understand everything that's going on. And trust me, it will all start to make sense the more that you do it. Now that I've been doing it for a couple years, I understand what I'm doing kind of and why I'm doing it. Whereas the first year, I mean, you're literally just trying to survive. You are just trying to survive day by day. So not everything makes a lot of sense, but I promise as the years go on, it does get easier. Sometimes I wish schools were better at explaining things to first year teachers. I think sometimes they just expect teachers to know exactly what to do, when to do it, how to give these exams, when to give these exams, stuff like that. And there's just not, at least in my experience at 2 different schools I've been to, there hasn't been a lot of guidance on it. I think first year teachers, they should reach out to and be like, hey, I'm like, just making sure you know how to do this, when to give this exam, stuff like that. But in my experience, that has not been the case, so I've kind of just had to ask a lot of questions. Definitely lean on your team. They should be there to help you. And of course, ask admin if you have any questions that they can't answer, and just take it day by day because it does get overwhelming with all the testing, all the meetings, data, and all of that you do. But today has been a really great day. In math, we did some really fun practice with our counting cubes. I want to start getting out more math manipulatives in the classroom, just like counting cubes and base 10 blocks and stuff like that. So today we did a practice run. I told them I wanted to see how they did with the math manipulatives. So how can they work as a team? How can they handle the supplies? Watching our voice level because it is exciting and they get excited. But they did okay. I told them, I was like, we could have definitely done better. It got a little crazy in here. We did a competition where they took the building blocks and they had to build a tall tower at their table, and just like work as a team to get the tallest tower, and that was really fun to see because you really see like how they work as a team. And some teams were just like a disaster. They could not get them to stand up to save their life. Other teams were like thriving, doing so great. So it's really fun to kind of see how different kids work together in teams. But yeah, so that's what we did in math. And then in reading, we just did an activity where they had to find the digraphs in a story and the short vowels in a story. And then of course we always do foundations. That is our reading curriculum. And now they're at lunch. And then, yeah, we have science afterwards, and I think we're gonna go outside for science. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much the end of our day. We have a little writing activity before we leave. That's it. But I'm going to eat my bagel in peace and just enjoy it before I have to pick my kids up, and then I don't get the rest of my break to myself. I have to go to a meeting for the rest of my break. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll just check in with you guys later. Okay guys, it is much later, obviously. I am not at school, and I am in bed and have my makeup off, and my hair probably looks a little bit different to you guys. I went and got my hair done after school, and she kind of, okay, this lighting, honestly, you can't tell at all what it is, but it's more of just like an even golden tone blonde, which I love. I think it turned out really good. And yeah, I am at home and just going to relax the rest of the night because my hair appointment literally took over 4 hours. Usually when I get my hair done, it takes a really long time. We had to touch up my roots. We'll see if you can kind of see some of like the dimension that she put in. I also got a haircut. Obviously she styled it, got some more layers put in, all of that. And so yeah, it was a very long appointment. I am so tired and I am about to go to bed, but I thought I would just end off this vlog here because I was just editing it and I was like, you know what, it's getting pretty long, so I'm just going to end it off here, and I will be starting another week of my life, I'm sure, tomorrow or the next day. So definitely subscribe if you are not subscribed so that you don't miss any future videos. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.